today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
A short kick taken at the 18.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
On the return.
Out now come the Patriots as they are led out by their quarterback, a former MVP of the National Football League back in 2015, Cam Newton.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
A play fake to Michelle, now Newton.
And nearly an interception here on their own drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Now to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a play fake here on 1st down, being chased out left. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 5 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, is thinking, if I can get to the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Chicago.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Number 30.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Dancing, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
On the return, the Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Got his man, that's Harry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
The 40-yard line.
From the gun, here's Newton.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 2nd down, Michel. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Newton. Ellington has it, middle of the field. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
1-yard line.
Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle.
Newton's pass complete to Nick Boyle. No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Bears 7, Patriots nothing.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brought down at the 30.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, they run with Michel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He's going to take off with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And he's out of bounds. distance. Almost gets to the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll run it now. Here's Dunbar. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Bryant. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the Patriots' 1-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Bryant. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And it's good to make it 14-0. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Newton.
He'll get this underneath to Michelle.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before break. Bryant looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
intended for Allen Robinson.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we come upon halftime with our score. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
Fielded in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
First and 10.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7. Trying to push it to 8. They'll run on first down. Dunbar. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. They'll run it now with Dunbar. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Dunbar. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Bryant out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 33 yards that time. Looking to throw. Bryant.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Looking to throw on second down. Bryant. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Chicago.
A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
A short kick taken at the 18.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
On the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. 58, boy. 58. 58.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Catch is made by Harry. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
On the ground is Michel. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
For the Patriots. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Now Michel. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Third down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On third down, Newton. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. On the ground, Michel. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Cam going to get this into the hands of Michel.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
The 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, Newton. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time was unthinkable. No one thought anyone would ever get there. Now, how many guys have done it in the NFL?
Yeah, right around 20.
So we're talking a good number that have gotten that done, throwing the ball downfield. He's got a lot to be proud of and a lot more left to accomplish.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 5-yard line.
On first down, Dunbar. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. There to stop him, Jawan Bentley. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 92 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England trying to get a place on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
From the gun, Newton rolling to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Good. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Newton.
Open man is Asiasi, the tight end.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To Michelle on the screen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go with Michelle. And oh, he sheds a tackle. That one's got some space. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the gun. Newton finding Harris over the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Bilal Nichols just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on second and long. Newton. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it looks like he'll throw here. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And Robinson with a big catch. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there for the Bears on third. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run again here with Dunbar. And he's brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuck big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Newton's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton to Boyle here over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Minnesota.
Operating from the gun, McGee. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
A loss of 8 yards.
And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
3rd down.
From the gun, McGee. And that will be incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On the run, Dunbar. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
In on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup.
Back to throw. Bryant forced out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Mike Hughes. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. McGee, complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side, and unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Bryant. Going up top for Miller. And this is taken in at the 5. And touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone to.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Quarterback sack. A loss of a yard.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down. McGee, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Throwing on 1st down. McGee. This one brought in by Jefferson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
1st down, Minnesota.
back to the ground. Cook. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, oh.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Badgley's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
There's Anthony Miller as they trot back out to go on offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd.
Looking to throw. Bryant buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown.
Touchdown.
Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
I'm starting to feel for our quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And I think there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Back to throw. Bryant. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And that'll be incomplete.
Bryant.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
On 3rd down, Bryant. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. As the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McGee setting up the screen for Cook. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? A final shot before break. McGee. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in...
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Dunbar. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
That's good for a Chicago Bears. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bryant on the move to his left. Going deep this time for Miller. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
A solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And the Vikings first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. McGee. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 24-yard.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. On 3rd down, Dunbar, and he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4 from the 34 now. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
Maybe one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Looking to throw. Bryant got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. These have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
33. Vikings 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. He's at the 40. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McGee.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bryant being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Steps away. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears continue to pour it on. They seemingly
they just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Vikings.
From the gun, McGee. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
To Dalvin Cook.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
On first down, McGee. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets it down to the 32.
That's good.
4 yards the pickup, first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
He's brought down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. On third down, Dunbar. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. On third down, Dunbar. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's
on 4th down, Bryant. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle
today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken in the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran, former #1 pick back in 2009.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Stafford now to throw. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Steps away to his left. That's complete right around the 8. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
For Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it down to it and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown, Bears.
Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Nothing. Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
First down, Lions.
On first down, it's Stafford.
Open man is Quintez Cephas.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
We have 11 on the play. First down, Lions.
Stafford on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended receiver there was Quintez Cephas.
And it's second down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Stafford going to lead with Swift on the draw.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
On the play. And it's third down.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, if you have man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the lap.
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. And that stretches the lead to 27. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Their own 32-yard line.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
On 2nd down, Swift.
Still going. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing on 1st down, Bryant.
The quarterback sacked.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up there.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39.
That's good.
It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 61 yards. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Kenny Galladay and the Lions set to go to work again.
They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game.
Detroit.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Matthew Stafford sack.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charlie. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like, it got his man, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Bryant, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears add on. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire half.
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 71 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on first down, Stafford, they'll try and set up the screen to Swift. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 16-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and get the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll keep it on the ground. Moulton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there, with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mention the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
To try again after the sack. Stafford, open man is Galladay, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
To Kenny Galladay.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Stafford throwing on target to Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. The Lions on 3rd down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is going to be ruled out. Just inside the 20, yes it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On the tackle. A 1-yard gain.
To throw on 3rd down. Bryant out to his left. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
That's good for another Chicago Bears.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Tackled by Jelani Tavai.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. That's pulled in at the 32.
13 yards, the tally on the return there.
The Bears take over 1st and
back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is...
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. He had his
sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Moulton. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Moulton, not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little
tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special Thanksgiving night presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Patterson on the return.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Rolling to his left. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Sidesteps him at the 35. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Complete to
14 yards there and an Eagle first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 12 carries, 94 yards, and a score. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. On second down now, Dunbar. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. On the move to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 9. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And we know. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz got an open man. It's Burnett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Eagles.
Here's Wentz to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Their own 26-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll run on first down. Dunbar. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season, and the Bears will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd and 1, Wentz And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A nice run there by Sanders on first down as he'll wind up with a gain of about 7 before he's brought down. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
now Wentz. And this one complete to Burnett. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wentz again. Completes this one to Meredith. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Again, it's Wentz. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 14th touchdown now on the year. As the Bears push further out in front.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Wentz. Ertz over the middle. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, once again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, as we'll run you through what's going on both today and later on this weekend. We'll start in the early...
You sure you're ready for the third quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, Wentz. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Wentz now to throw. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Complete to J.J. Arcega.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. To throw is Wentz. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Below Nichols, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard
There's
line.
Anthony Miller as they trot back out to go on offense. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Dancing to his left. And they'll go back to Robinson. This time he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Roquan Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Eddie Goldman, his second sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Ertz has it left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
Take over first and 10.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. On first down, Dunbar. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll run it now with Dunbar. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory.
For the running back.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And he's got this down to the 35. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Steps away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Bryant. His throw incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Bryant. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz gets it to Meredith, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Philadelphia.
Now Wentz. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Forced out to his left. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
On 1st and 10, Bryant. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. The quick slant caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And this offense continues to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
That's good.
All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
1st and 10 at the
looking to throw. Bryant. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Bryant's pass.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
To throw on 2nd down. Bryant. That is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Eagles.
Throwing is Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Wentz to throw again. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Eddie Goldman able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in the body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a... On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play.
8 yards.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers